want to hurt you, but I will. Parasite! Barging in here into my home, what gives you the right? Pitiful little fawn. Silent one who delights in your ignorance.
Previously on Haunted Carnie.
Also, I noticed something's off with your voice. Making a small modification here.
My voice. What was wrong with my voice?
Ah, that's much better. But it seems we have more pressing matters to be worried about.
The Weeping Meadows. It never fails to impress me with its beauty.
Why, it sounds like the 4th of July!
Come on, where's all the challenge? Okay, I'm kind of joking there.
You'll ask and you shall receive.
You know this is my favorite weapon in any game.
Yes, you're going to have a blast.
Actually, I feel a little nervous.
Yes, this is beyond my expectation.
Teeny tiny!
Ah!
Finally! We've been waiting for hours, it seems.
Definitely tough. The toughest thing we've faced by far. And now the continuation of Lunar Abyss. One seal down, one to go.
Yes, we're halfway there, Bon Jovi.
Yes, we're connected.
What?
How interesting. The seal on the drift mine's reactor must hold the key to opening this door. It's not a place I usually send my scouts to, but... well, it can't be helped, I suppose.
This lady is shady as all hell. I don't trust a thing that she is saying.
As you shouldn't. I mean, I can see in the code what's going to happen, but it's much more fun for you to figure it out.
This guy is also sus. He's just randomly everywhere that I need to be.
Is your work so relentless, little scout?
I didn't think you'd still be here.
Where else should I be? My life is small these days, and I've seen all there is to see. This is the road to the old drift mines, an unstable place.
I swear this thing is turning into a platform jumper.
Yes, there seems to be a lot less fighting lately and a lot more getting around with your new abilities. Tell me, my friend, are you familiar with the tale of the Lobster Boy?
Lobster Boy? No. Can't say I am.
He's a very strange person.
assumed you knew him.
A few of my scouts have met him in the past. Many, many years ago. I'd assumed he was long gone.
Gone where?
Where everyone goes in the end. Into the drift.
Then step right up, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunate souls who wandered into my tent by mistake. Gather close beneath the flickering lights, where the shadows dance and the organ groans. Tonight, I present a tale so strange, so tragic, and so twisted that even I, your humble ringmaster of nightmares, can scarcely believe it myself.
Well, this should be interesting. Alright, clown. Tell us your tale.
The year was 1937. A child was born into a carnival family whose bloodline carried a peculiar gift, or curse, depending on how much you enjoy sleeping at night. He would come to be known through the Midway as Lobster Boy. His hands were not like yours, nor mine. They were split and clawed by a rare condition called ectrodactyly, a trait that has haunted their family for generations. His father was already a sideshow attraction, and before the boy could even understand the meaning of childhood, he was placed beneath the carnival lights and displayed before curious crowds.
That sounds awful for a young man to go through.
Look, the barkers would shout. Witness the incredible Lobster Boy. And the crowds came. Oh, how they came. Now, my dear guest, here's where our story becomes darker. The carnival, of course, can be a magical place. But it can also be a cage. As Lobster Boy grew older, he became one of the most famous sideshow performers in America. He married, had children, and even created an attraction called the Lobster Family, starring himself and his children who had inherited the same condition. Yet, behind the painted smiles and bright posters lurked something uglier than any monster advertised on the Midway. Resentment, rage, alcohol. Many who knew him claimed he became cruel and abusive towards those closest to him. His powerful upper body, developed because he moved primarily with his arms, made him physically intimidating despite his disability. And then the blood spilled.
This is sounding very, very dark. What happened next with the Lobster Boy?
One autumn evening, the carnival star became its villain. Lobster Boy despised the man his daughter planned to marry. On the night before the wedding, he confronted the young fiancée, and then he pulled a gun. When the smoke cleared, the fiancée lay dead. Lobster Boy openly admitted to the killing and was convicted of murder. Yet, because prison officials claimed they could not properly accommodate his condition, he avoided prison and was instead sentenced to house arrest and probation. Imagine the whispers around the Midway then. Did you hear? Lobster Boy killed a man, and he's still free? The carnival light suddenly seemed much, much dimmer.
That is insane. He did that to his own daughter the night before her wedding day? That's awful.
Yes, I don't think he won any brownie points. Some father of the bride,
So was that the end? What else happened?
Years passed. The old showman returned home to a a strange little town where carnival performers spent their winters. But the darkness never truly left the tent. Family members later described continued abuse, threats, and fear caused by Lobster Boy. And every villain eventually discovers a dreadful truth. The audience remembers. The audience waits. And sometimes, the audience wants a different ending. Picture it. A dim trailer. Television flickering. Smoke curling from a cigarette. The aging lobster boy sits alone watching his show. Then, a shadow enters. A hired gun. 2 shots. The star attraction of the Midway was dead. Investigators later uncovered a murder-for-hire plot involving members of his own family and a teenage carnival performer. The man who had once terrified others had become the target himself. The final curtain had fallen. And now, dear guests, the Midway stands silent. Was Lobster Boy a victim? A monster? A man trapped by circumstance? Or all 3 at once? That is why his story endures. Because the most frightening creatures are not the ones advertised on torn carnival posters. No, not the ones lurking beneath the Ferris wheel. Not the ones hiding in the house of horrors. No, the most frightening creatures are the ones who begin as human beings. The tent grew dark. The carnival fell silent. And somewhere beyond the Midway, a clawed hand tapped softly against the canvas, waiting for the next show to begin.
Wow, that was an amazing tale, Clown. Really well done. Well told. Like, honestly. You got any more of those?
For a long time.
I have tons more tales. Perhaps at a later time,
Why's that?
I'll tell you another.
Abandoned for 2 centuries. It's
Sounds
the
good.
safest place to send a scout. But if it's what the All-Father wants, then who am I to argue?
Admiring the view? What shitpit town did you come from to find that so impressive?
What's your problem? What do you even want from me?
For you to cultivate a sense of urgency. This isn't a nice meander through the bloody park. I'm giving you everything you need to see this prophecy through to the bitter end, but it's all for shit if you're too late. She deserves better than that. We deserve better. I've got a lot riding on you folks, and time is running short.
A superstition, am I? I wouldn't expect anything less from her. She always was a liar.
Aylin, are you hearing this?
The static. It's probably just proximity to all these drift crystals. It'll clear up soon.
Yeah.
The way is open. Hurry, our target is nearby.
Done it now, haven't you? 200 years I've been guarding this door.
That target's
200, and
days
not
are
so much
numbered.
as a creak. That's it. I'm out. I don't care if the All-Father strikes me blind.
So dramatic, this one.
Not an ounce of
Clearly, no one has been through here in some time.
Why the All-Father
Yet the door works like a charm.
comes out.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all, does it? That thing should be like creaking and rusted shut. Well, this isn't ominous or anything. can only imagine how many enemies we're about to face right now.
They are predictable, aren't they? With the big room, you just know something's coming.
And right on cue, we've got a skull tentacle.
Send it back to whence it came. If you can.
If I can. Have you been watching me?
Yes. Why do you think I made the comment?
This guy has so much damn health, and that shield is annoying.
You know what's annoying? Someone who can't be stopped whining about things that are hard. Suck it up and take it out.
Phrasing?
What? Phrasing? What does that mean?
You literally just said, suck it up and take it out.
Yeah?
Never mind, clown. Finally, she goes down. Phrasing on me on that one.
Even this phrasing. What is that supposed to mean? Focus on the mission at hand, and let's get the shard.
Feeding you lies through that hideous mouthpiece of his. I can help you. Come to the hanging tower, break my chains, and I'll break yours in return. I've left you a little gift as proof.
Ooh, ominous voice, so scary.
Right? Only wants to talk crap after his buddy got his ass whooped.
Ah, one of the classic roller coaster rides. Feel the wind in your hair, Carnie. There's nothing more freeing.
Yeah, but this feels slightly more terrifying.
These twins are quite unique among wardens.
Story time.
Your party?
You usually give me an abridged history of the Abyss whenever I hop into one of these things.
The twins are little more than vehicles, ferrying cargo across the mines. The back twin gives the orders, and the front twin does all the work.
Now, why does that sound so familiar?
How's my hair?
Let me check for you. Oh, like always, you look like shit.
And whatever. More hopeless enemies standing in my way.
Yes, dispatch them so we can move on. It's getting a little tedious, isn't it? Oh, the shard is so close. Then we will have 3 of the 4 pots needed. I'll start scanning the new world soon. Stay focused.
Speaking of, can you give me a hint of what the new world might be?
No.
Go away. Let me rest.
Huh. Is worse than screaming, do you think?
Only one way to find out.
Yes, let's find out. As you can see, it's another reactor just like the last one with the steel on it. That will open the main door, but the shard is inside. Take out the enemy, claim it, and let us continue our journey. We have a very, very long road ahead.
Yeah, I didn't think any of this was going to end anytime soon.
Don't stop complaining. You're always whining. You're practically unstoppable. My own weapon of destruction. Have fun with it.
Listen, change of plans. Forget the station. Find another way to Greenland. And be quick about it.
Why would I want to do that?
You think you're the only one who knows how to use a bloody train? Listen to yourself. If he realizes they're running again, I'm screwed. Game over. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 pounds.
He? What are you talking about?
The old father, folks. Atticus fucking Lynch. You're his little executioner, aren't you? You saw what he did to poor old William. Locked him away like the inconvenience he was. Well, you do worse to me.
I'm just doing my job.
Your job is to lead me to the gallows. Maybe you want to ask yourself why.
Great, so now the Allfather's involved. I mean, I guess he always was, but of course he's never some nice guy who's just doing what's right.
Everyone has an agenda. Everyone.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Why disturb me after all this time? I've done nothing wrong.
Sometimes I wonder if we're doing the right thing, or if we're just being played.
Oh, do you feel like a puppet? Do you feel like the strings are attached, pulling at your every move? Only one way to find out. The show must go on.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
This is it now. Claim the shard.
Yeah, I got it. It's the whole thing we're here for. Like, I don't think you need to keep telling us, grab the shard, grab the shard, grab the shard. I know.
Sight. Barging in here into my home. What gives you the right? Pitiful little fawn. The silent one delights in your ignorance.
Oh my god, if you could smell the breath on this thing.
Yes, definitely looks like the type who doesn't leave a drop in the bottom of the bowl.
Well, that's an annoying feature. Giant blob is now protected and removing the floors.
Yes, did you just think you were going to have to move left and right and that was it? Come on, Carnie. The deeper we go, the harder it gets. Is that one of your phrasing jokes there?
Actually, it is.
I'm gonna research this phrasing. Final stretch. You seem to not be having any trouble this time.
Yeah, for some reason, everything's just starting to click.
That's That's what I want to hear. An unstoppable force becoming even more powerful. Oh, the fun we're going to have! A joy watching you kill everything you come in contact with.
Yeah. Shard is ours. On to the next one.